Track number 3.
Rainbow Ballroom.
Rainbow Ballroom.
This was maybe the last track written and recorded for the record.
Technically the second last by a day, but I'll let that slide.
Yeah, in the last batch. I suppose just the nature of how we record music and this album is that, like, we're not kind of a band that can just go in and just sort of play it live. Like, that's kind of not the feel necessarily. So, and we're kind of writing as we're recording and we're building things up in tandem. So there was lots of just like running around with, like, you know, this microphone and a synth. So we decided to take off and go to Culdaff, which was amazing. We just went to a tiny cottage with no Wi-Fi. Obviously brought a whole studio in the back of the car. We bought a car, that was the thing. So,
yeah, you're missing a crucial part of the story. We learned how to drive, got a car, took a studio to Tina and Paul's house in Culdaff. Shout out to Tina and Paul, you're amazing. And then we wrote some songs, which was class. I mean, it was definitely really freeing because at the time, as you said, we were just like working literally working full days and going to the studio, working all night on the album, which sounds really romantic and exciting, but, like, you know, hark back to bad habits on repeat. Like, you lose your mind doing that for too long. And I think burnout is a word that we would use a lot around this time, that we were really burnt out. And people who have felt that before, which I think most adults have, it's just tough to, like, find excitement and inspiration doing the stuff that you really want to do. So we were writing a few songs. It was kind of going okay. We were getting up in the morning, swimming in the sea, feeling better and better. And then one day we were like, we really want to climb Malin Head. So we went to Malin Head, and it was...
You say climb, it's more of like a slight walk, but I understand.
We climb, yeah, it's a slight walk, but we wanted to go see Malin Head because it's gorgeous, and it just happened to be the most beautiful sunny day in October, which is so unusual. Really, really calm, not windy at all, and
very clear. You could just see all the waves crashing. It was really stunning. Just, you know, when you see something like that kind of natural beauty, and it's just so, like, you know, you just have to stop and watch. It was beautiful. It was really gorgeous.
It was really gorgeous, and we walked around, and we came back, and I don't know. I feel like both of us just felt like so much lighter and happier. And then we're like, right, let's write that Rainbow Ballroom song. And we just started playing music at each other. Ryan was on a bass, I was on a synth. And we just were like, let's just write that Rainbow Ballroom song. Let's make it a party song, really, really fun. And we just started playing and singing. And I don't think we talked to each other really. We just kept it going for like an hour. And at the end, we were like, oh, that felt really magic. I think that's a class song. Or I don't think we said that. I just think it just flowed out of us in an opposite way that we had been experiencing, kind of butting our head against the wall in the studio before. Just flowed out of us, and really, we were really, really happy with it. And it really hasn't changed much since then, bar like a couple of lyrics.
So I'm sure there's people out there that are way more knowledgeable than us on, you know, the Rainbow Ballroom, because it is a real place. It's in Leitrim, and we drove past the building that exists that just said Rainbow Ballroom, each letter a different colour of the rainbow, and
it said Rainbow Ballroom, the ballroom of romance.
It was like, that's a good name for something. Then we read about it a bit, and I've been reading, when we were in Culdaff, Jerry Anderson's book about being in show bands. I think, I know, the world just seems so sort of foreign, and I don't know what any of that was like, but certainly sort of inspires a certain imagery that has been kind of, I suppose, largely forgotten.
Yeah.
I don't know what it felt like to be around then. It's really not about that, but it's about that, I guess. Thematically, there's just some, like, wee bits of, like, in terms of how it sounds and is produced and how the video looks, there's certain imagery kind of borrowed from there. What it's about is, though, just a very simple idea of, like, if only you could see yourself how others perceive you. I think it's really easy to get head up and I don't know, just the anxious mind loves to overwork, and, like, if you don't see someone for a while, or if you maybe you spend too much time on the internet, it kind of gives you a distorted worldview sometimes, and it's very easy to pick the negative option first and feel like, oh, those people don't think I'm any good, or whatever. But it was kind of about celebrating you or anyone. It's quite a sweet song in a sense. Any fans that have seen the video will also recognise our mascot behind the chain in here. Yeah.
I'm very emotionally attached.
He's fallen over.
No! It's okay, George.
Don't be that emotionally attached, and he killed him.
Oh no! This is a whole disaster.
God. It's going to be a lawsuit.
Okay, so yes. No, I think that is what the song's about. It's probably representative of how we were feeling at the time as well, because again, writing an album, feeling pretty miserable about it, and then we would meet people and they're like, oh, you're writing an album and you're recording it, that's so cool. And sometimes it's just worth listening to that perspective and being like, yeah, I'm in it and I can't see it, but 15-year-old me would lose their minds over what I'm currently doing. And I guess it's like the excitement of something that's brand shiny and new, and sometimes just falling in love with that again, like falling in love with your life again, and just really celebrating all the things that you're doing and the person you are right now in that giddy, excitable, just way that you do when you're young naturally. And I think, yeah, it's just about celebrating yourself, where you are right now, what you're doing right now, and just feeling so overjoyedly romantic and excited about it, and seeing all the wild colors in your life as a beautiful thing. So that song makes me very happy in general. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you said that nicely.
Thank you, Ryan.
No problem.